Recently, the government of India decided to disband the telecom body Digital Communication Commission and hand over its crucial and large budget decisions to the Department of Expenditure. It was set up by the Government of India via a resolution in 1989 with administrative and financial powers of the Government of India to deal with various aspects of telecommunications. The government redesigned the Telecom Commission as the Digital Communications Commission in 2018. It is under the Ministry of Communication, consists of a chairman, four full-time members who are ex officio secretaries to the Government of India in the Department of Telecommunications and four part-time members who are secretaries to the Government of India in the concerned departments. The Secretary to the Government of India in the Department of Telecommunications is the ex officio chairman of the Digital Communications Commission, formulating the policy of Department of Telecommunications for approval of the government, preparing the budget for the Department of Telecommunications for each financial year and getting it approved by the government, implementation of government policy in all matters concerning telecommunication. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated Madhya Pradesh Global Investors Summit in Indore through video conferencing. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister said India has been on the path of reform, transform and perform since 2014. He said Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has imparted greater momentum to it. As a result, India has become an attractive destination for investment. Prime Minister said institutions and credible voices that track global economy have unprecedented confidence in India. Mr. Modi said optimism for India is driven by strong democracy, young demography and political stability. Prime Minister said India's focus on strengthening multi-modal infrastructure is opening up new possibilities of investment in the country. He said dedicated freight corridors, industrial corridors, expressways, and logistic parks are becoming the new identity of India. Mr. Modi said everyone is working together to build a developed India. Delegations from more than 65 countries are participating in the Global Investors Summit. More than 500 prominent industrialists of the country are also participating in the summit. The holy town of Joshimath has plunged into full-blown crisis after houses and roads developed cracks due to land subsidence. So far, 678 houses have developed cracks and 81 families have been temporarily moved to safer locations. The town has been declared a landslide and subsidence hit zone. The center has stressed on the safety of the people and has asked experts to prepare short and long-term plans for conservation and rehabilitation. Manohar Bagh, Sindar and Marwari areas are some of the worst hit areas. The Uttarakhand State Disaster Management Authority published a report in September 2022 that mainly blamed the ill-planned construction in the town as an important reason behind land sinking. The report also pointed out that the inadequate drainage and wastewater disposal systems have exacerbated the problem. Geologists said that since there is no wastewater management, most houses have sock pits that have pushed down loose materials into the ground, resulting in land sinking. Joshimath is built on a slope with deposits from an old landslide. Deposits might have stabilized over time, but rampant constructions and projects like roads and dams that use explosives, drilling, and extensive digging have weakened the slopes. Recently, the Union government has informed the Supreme Court that significant progress has been made in the computerization of land ownership records, as cadastral maps of 35% of over 6 lakh villages have so far been geotagged. As per the Management Information System of Digital India Land Records Modernization Program, Out of 6,56,793 villages, cadastral maps have been geo-referenced in 2,31,026 villages and 1,17,38,272 number of maps have been digitalized. It is a central sector scheme that has been extended to 2023-24 to complete its original target as well as expand its ambit with a slew of new schemes. In 2008, two schemes, computerization of land records and strengthening of revenue administration and updating of land records, were merged into a modified scheme named DIL-RMP. It is being implemented by the Department of Land Resources under the Ministry of Rural Development. It attempts to build upon the commonalities that exist in the arena of land records in various states to develop an appropriate integrated land information management system across the country. The ILIMS integrates all the processes and lands records databases with the banks, financial institutions, circle rates, registration officers, and other sectors. Indian Navy has recently inked an agreement with Sagar Defence Engineering Private Limited for acquiring armed autonomous boat SWAMs under the Sprint initiative. The Sprint scheme is an initiative to promote development of niche defense technologies by domestic companies. The task of development of this technology is one of the 75 challenges that have been introduced by the Indian Navy under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav last year. To achieve Atmanirbhar Bharat in Defense, Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization, in conjunction with Defense Innovation Organization, aims to induct at least 75 new indigenous technologies products into Indian Navy till August 2023. This collaborative project is named Sprint. It was launched by Prime Minister in July 2022. It will transform Navy from a buyer's Navy to a builder's Navy. Defense Ministry had launched the Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization NIIO in August 2020 to encourage innovation and indigenization for self-reliance in defense sector. It is a three-tiered organization. Naval Technology Acceleration Council will bring together the twin aspects of innovation and indigenization and provide apex-level directives. Working group under NTAC will implement the projects. Technology Development Acceleration Cell had been created for induction of emerging disruptive technology in an accelerated time frame. National Health Authority (NHA) is introducing a new system to measure and grade hospital performance under the flagship scheme Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana (ABPMJAY). The objective of the new system is to shift the focus of measuring performance of hospitals from volume of services provided to the value of healthcare services. The new initiative will introduce the concept of value-based care, where payment will be outcome-based and providers will be rewarded according to the quality of the treatment delivered. Under value-based care, the performance of AB, PMJAY empaneled hospitals will be measured based on 5 performance indicators such as beneficiary satisfaction, hospital readmission rate, the extent of out-of-pocket expenditure, confirmed grievances, and improvement in patients' health-related quality of life. It is the apex body responsible for implementing ABPMJAY. It has been entrusted with the role of designing strategy, building technological infrastructure, and implementation of National Digital Health Mission to create a national digital health ecosystem. It is the successor of National Health Agency, which was functioning as a registered society since 2018. Pursuant to Cabinet decision for full functional autonomy, National Health Agency was reconstituted as the National Health Authority in January 2019. The center has named the new integrated food security scheme as Pradhan Mantri GARIB Kalyan YOJANA (PMGKAY). Earlier, the Union Cabinet has approved new integrated food security scheme for providing free food grains to Antyodaya Yojana and primary household beneficiaries. The implementation of new scheme has started from 1st of January this year, benefiting more than 80 crore poor and poorest of poor people. Keeping in view the welfare of beneficiaries and in order to maintain uniformity across the states, free food grains will be provided under PMGKAY for the year 2023 to all primary household and Antyodaya Yojana beneficiaries as per entitlement under National Food Security Act. The integrated scheme will strengthen the provision of National Food Security Act in terms of accessibility, affordability and availability of food grains for the poor. Necessary steps have already been taken for smooth implementation of PMGKAY in the field. The central government will spend more than 2 lakh crore rupees in 2023 as food subsidies under NFSA and other welfare schemes to remove the financial burden of the poor and the poorest of poor. Recently, a traditional art, Ottantullal of Kerala, which has a history of over 300 years, was performed in Kerala School Kalolsabam 2023. It is a recite and dance art form of Kerala which was introduced in the 18th century by the famous Malayalam poet Kunjan Nambyar. It is famous for its humor and social satire and is marked by its simplicity. It follows classical principles of Natya Shastra, a treatise on the art compiled in the 2nd century BCE. It is enacted in 3 separate versions: Ottantullal, Sheedagantullal, Parayantullal. The performance uses elaborated expressions and stories recited in verses to bring important mythological tales and stories to life. The costume and makeup of the performer are similar to that of a Kathakali artist. It is performed at temple festivals and cultural programs. The Thullal performer is supported by a singer who repeats the verses and is accompanied by an orchestra of mridangam and cymbals. The World Bank has reaffirmed its belief in the Indian economy yet again. The global lender said in a report that India is expected to be the fastest growing economy among the 7 largest emerging markets and developing economies. While the World Bank projected a gloomy outlook for the global economy, it said that Indian economy is expected to grow at the rate of 6.6% in the fiscal year 2023-24. It said that global economy will come perilously close to a recession this year. It forecast weaker growth in all the world's top economies including United States, Europe and China. In its report titled Global Economic Prospects, the World Bank noted that India's growth expanded by 9.7% on an annual basis in the first half of fiscal year 2022-23, reflecting strong private consumption and fixed investment growth. The World Bank also slashed its forecast for global growth this year by nearly half to just 1.7% from its previous projection of 3%. Prime Minister of India inaugurated the 26th National Youth Festival in Karnataka on 12th January 2023. The National Youth Festival is being held on National Youth Day, which is celebrated on the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda to honor and cherish his ideals, teachings, and contributions. Since 1985, the Indian government is celebrating the birthday of Swami Vivekananda as National Youth Day. The theme of the festival 2023 is Vikasit Yuva, Vikasit Bharat. Adventure sports activities like scuba diving are included. Exhibitions of traditional sports like Kalaripayata, Silambam, Katka are being organized. Competitive cultural events like folk dance and folk songs are organized where troops from different states participated. Many events in the festival were live streamed across the nation so that crowds of young people can also be engaged with the entire festival. This year, the festival is being celebrated as Green Youth Festival, where only reusable cutleries, napkins, etc. are being used. Over 1.7 lakh Indians will perform Hajj this year. Minority Affairs Minister Smriti Irani on Monday said the India has signed the Hajj 2023 bilateral agreement with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The first global partnership for financial inclusion meeting of the G20 began in Kolkata on Monday in the august presence of guests and distinguished persons from around the globe. The 7th Armed Forces Veteran Day will be celebrated on 14th of this month. The 14th of January is commemorated as Armed Forces Veteran Days as a mark of respect and recognition for the services rendered by the Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa. Indian film Triple R's super hit song Natu Natu has won the prestigious Golden Globe Award for the Best Original Song. The history creating track from the director S.S. Rajamouli's blockbuster movie is composed by M.M. Kiravani. Recently, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister said that more cheetahs would be introduced to the Kuno Palpur National Park soon. Recently, the government of India has sanctioned 154.84 crore rupees to National Mineral Exploration Trust for mineral exploration and boosting capabilities.